My name is Emma. I'm a beloved XO. Just be Emma. Emma on deck. And I ended up being cheated on in every single one. So I was like, open cheating. This is the solution to not being cheated on. I was forced to do threesomes with not pretty girls that I would not normally get with. After all this happened, I contacted his ex. And now her and I are friends. Him and I split up. I messaged her and she's like, I haven't been working for the last month and a half. Like, Brandon just stopped answering me. And I was like, what? As soon as he dropped the weight, his life was gonna be different. And I'm like, dude, you're still a crappy person. Like, you gotta fix your personality. Like, you can't just manipulate women. You're like, I have mental problems and I have a lot of trauma, clearly. I've spent a lot of my life trying to fix things and to reconnect with them. I feel like I was partially groomed. I try to see the good in people and I try to sympathize with them. In order to be loved, I need to be perfect. Marry a man like your dad or become a mom like your mom. And it's like, just shoot me then. Put me in a headlock and I thought I was gonna die. Love is supposed to hurt, but it's not. Like, if you say you got this like glorious penis apparently, but it's not Van Wild, but it's still really nice. He's like, yeah, you should test it out before. I'm like, test out this block button. The panic attacks, I was self-harming for a while. I had an eating disorder. Like, I was fully losing my mind. She has the cookie cutter, did everything right. And then I was like,
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us and hope you continue to be a part of our family for the foreseeable future. And if so, please hit that subscribe button. I am Mohammed Malai here with our newest guest, Emma. How are you doing?
I'm
Please
good.
introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do, how old you are, and your relationship status.
Okay. My name is Emma. I'm a beloved XO. Just be Emma. Emma on deck.
Say that slower, because I don't think I didn't even catch that one until I already know what it is. So
Okay. My name is Emma. I'm a beloved XO.
no, that part. Say it slower.
I'm a beloved XO.
Emma beloved XO.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
I have to go really slow. Just be Emma. And Emma on deck.
These are 3 different pages?
Correct. Those are my 3 biggest pages. I have smaller pages as well, but those are like the main ones.
But if they go to Emma Beloved XO, you have all the other ones in that?
No.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, they're not all like linked like that. I do promote, collab with them, but
Sure.
other than that, not really.
Got it. Carry on.
I am from a very small town in Wisconsin, in central Wisconsin, and lived kind of all over. Chicago, Iowa of all places. I lived in LA here for like 4 years, but never met you for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
shocking.
was a while ago. And then back to Florida, Tampa, and then Fort Lauderdale now. Fort Lauderdale, Miami, whatever, that area.
Got it.
I don't say my age online.
Sure.
But I'm early 20s, so whatever. And then I'm single, and what do? I do a lot of stuff, but I manage other OnlyFans creators.
Okay.
And then I also am one myself.
Okay. When did you start OF? And then when did you start managing other OF creators?
I started like 2 years ago. And then I started managing other girls like a year into it. I've had other businesses before. So before I did OF stuff, I have this event planning company. And we do these like styled shoots, which are mock weddings, so fake weddings. And it's used for marketing purposes for the florist, the bridal, hair, makeup, the photographers, the venues. Everyone uses the photos from the fake wedding to promote for real weddings. That makes sense.
Okay.
So I modeled in those for a year and then started my own company doing that. And weirdly enough, there is a market for it. So I was doing that first and then took my experience of doing that and putting events together, pushing that into the OF space. So I host like creator events and stuff too. And then also I managed people in the industries, their social media. And I've also always managed my own. So I just took those skills and just transformed them into the next industry.
Sounds like you're doing well.
Yeah. I like to think so.
Very nice.
I'm
Very
happy.
nice. So, okay. And does your OF work ever affect your relationships?
So yes and no. It's interesting. And I always thought like, oh my gosh, no one's ever going to want, you know, someone who's had one or whatever else. I think that stigma is kind of disappearing a little bit.
Okay.
At least what I've seen. Like, and this is very weird because I am a very traditional woman, but I do not have a traditional job.
Okay. We'll get into that. Continue.
But I've found that it doesn't really affect relationships as much as like one would think. I was in an open relationship during the first part of this
like
career.
when you started OF? Okay.
Yes, correct. And
you were in an open relationship before you started OF or after?
No, like as I was starting.
Okay.
I did one of those like very cliche date your manager, you should not date your manager type things. And that's what I did. So
okay, explain how you guys met and how it all came about, so on and so forth.
So I met him through a mutual friend.
Okay.
And
in
Tampa when I lived there.
Got it.
And this friend was like, hey, me and, you know, what's his face are going to start managing girls again. You should come over and shoot some content with Kate, who is one of my best friends in the industry.
And this was, okay, so, and at that point you had shown interest in wanting to do OF.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a page already. I just wasn't doing it seriously. I was still running my other company.
And you're in okay, so, but you guys are dating already?
No.
Okay, you're just,
I haven't
know
even
this
met
person.
this dude.
Oh, you haven't met this person.
I met this dude from this other dude.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So I go there and I show up and I meet, should I just name drop? Do I just name drop?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so then I meet Brandon.
Ironic.
So I meet Brandon and he was like, well, this other dude doesn't really know what he's doing. You know, maybe you should just let me manage you by myself. And I was like, okay, like whatever. So I did. And then for whatever reason, I started liking him. And I know why I liked him now, looking back.
Why did you like him?
Because he's avoidant.
Okay.
And I'm anxious.
Okay.
And I wasn't healed from my last relationship yet at that point. I didn't even know what attachment styles were. And I kind of just got sucked into it. And I don't think I would have ever dated him to begin with. But he was going to move to Tampa where I was. And then he was like, no, I'm going to stay on the East Coast. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll move to the East Coast because I want to work. Like he had this thing of, oh, I can make you all this money, you know, like, and his ex did make a lot of money. So there was like a proven record there where I was like, let me just take the chance and move.
Sure.
So I did. I picked up and moved, like on a whim, basically, because I was still stuck in a lease there in Tampa. I was there for like 7 months, and then I just picked up and moved. I was waiting for my apartment to be ready because someone else was still moving out of it. I hadn't signed the paperwork yet, but he told me just move in with me for like a month, save money on rent. And then that month turned into, we'll just move in. And then I don't know how to be roommates with a dude. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, it was just like, and then I just got stuck there. Then I got stuck working with him and everything else too. He made me believe that like if I wanted to leave, he would take 50% of like basically like a divorce. Like he would take 50% of my account and everything. And as I got into the industry a little bit further, I realized like all of that was just dumb. All of it was dumb and wasn't true. And he was basically just manipulating me.
Okay. So while you're so then when you started dating him, you guys were from the get-go in an open relationship.
So I had never been in an open relationship before, right? But I was in like 3 or 4 relationships prior where they were like a year to 4 years and they were all monogamous, and I ended up being cheated on in every single one. So I was like, open cheating, this is the solution to not being cheated on. guess how that open relationship ended? I was cheated on. And you're like, how can you be cheated on if you have an open relationship? Well, because we closed off the relationship for a month to work on ourselves, and he went and saw one of our clients behind my back.
Okay. Okay. But whose idea was it to be in an open relationship?
His.
Okay, his idea to
because
be in
he was in one prior.
Got it.
But his idea of an open relationship is basically like he can do what he wants, but then I only do stuff with him. In a way, that's it. Like that's ideally in the end, that's what I found out. That's what he really wanted, because his ex didn't really go out of her way and do stuff with other people, and they filmed together too. I never filmed with him. I was forced to do threesomes with not pretty girls that I would not normally get with him. And his little pee-pee that like, why are you filming with that? Anyways, those are all off my page, so don't go looking for them because they're not there.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you start dating this guy who's managing you. Yeah. And he says, okay, we're going to be in an open relationship.
He said if I wanted to be with him at all, it needed to be an open relationship. But this entire time, he's also telling me he doesn't want to date me. And then in the end, he's like, well, I told you I didn't want to date you. And I'm like, really? Because then you're acting the entire relationship like we're together. And when I go and see someone else, you lose your mind about it. So have my cake and eat it too.
Got it. So he was essentially manipulating you this whole time and saying things and then just going and doing other things.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many random things. Like there's even a condo in Brickell that he said that was his. And I found out after all this happened, I contacted his ex. And now her and I are friends because that's how that works, right? And I was like, yeah. So like the condo in Brickell, like that's Brandon's, right? And she's like, no, that's his mom's. Okay. He just the dumbest little, he's a manipulative liar, and he's kleptomaniac.
Kleptomaniac?
You know what that is?
No idea.
He loves to just randomly steal things.
Okay.
Like he'll just randomly, like for fun, like he can afford it. He made lots of money off of me. He can afford it. But he would just randomly steal stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
You're telling me.
I didn't know there was a name for it. Kleptomaniac. Kleptomaniac.
No.
Kleptomaniac. Yes. I've never heard that before. Okay. So then what happens that you guys break up?
It was just not a good relationship. So,
and you realize this?
Yeah, I realized that he's manipulative. I realized that I'm getting played. I realized that he's just...
How did you realize all this?
Over time, I just started understanding. So, like, I didn't start managing other girls right away. But then halfway through it, I started helping him manage girls. And once I started getting into the other side of the business with things, I started realizing that, like, so when things, like, split up, like, one of the chatters that was supposed to be on my account, he was like, oh yeah, like I have her covering these shifts. Him and I split up. I messaged her and she's like, I haven't been working for the last month and a half. Like Brandon just stopped answering me. And I was like, what? So there's just a lot of stuff within the business. Like it just wasn't ran well. Like he's one of those OF managers who just don't care about the girls at all. And just wants to, he's very manipulative. He wanted to, this poor girl. Okay, so
I love this.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we move into a house, right? I'm telling my therapist, Susanna, I don't feel like this is a good idea. We should not be moving into this house together, but I'm just going to do it anyways, right? So we move into the house and we're renting this house, and there's 2 girls that move into it that we manage right away. And I, of course, brought these girls in. One of them was my friend, and another one was this 19-year-old who was going to school at FAU. And I'm just going to use Summer because that's not her real name anyway, so it doesn't matter. So Summer starts sleeping with Brandon on the side, and it starts messing up my relationship with Brandon.
this is okay. So this is while you guys are in this open relationship.
Yes, but
he's actively sleeping with one of the girls, and you know this.
Yeah, well, I know that too, and I allow it, and it's fine. But the whole thing with him and I was like, I was supposed to be involved with this stuff. He was never involving me with it. It was always just him and her. And then he also wouldn't sleep with me.
Okay, so
I'm like, we're roommates.
Okay.
So that was, the whole thing with the open relationship is when he told me that, I'm like, oh, this dude, he just has a high sex drive. This dude has the lowest sex drive I've ever seen in my life. Like, I stopped initiating probably 3 months in because he would just tell me no. He told people that he invented free use, which is hilarious to me, considering he did it to me like 3 times the entire relationship. Anyways, Summer's in the house with us, right? And he's seeing her. And a bunch of stuff blows up. There's another girl in the house, and Summer's like, well, why is he not fucking this other girl too? Like, I thought we all had to with Brandon. And I'm like, absolutely not. You don't have to do anything with Brandon if you don't want to. Like, you're welcome to stay here for free and work. And that's the whole point of you being at this house. Like, it's the content house. Like, you can stay here for free as long as you're working. And she came home really, really drunk one night, and he I walked into him trying to take advantage of her, and I lost my shit. And I was like, get the fuck out of the house, everything else. It was this whole thing. And then she was like, yeah, Brandon basically tried to sexually assault me, whatever else. And I was like, okay. So the house blew up. She moved out. The other girl ended up moving out. They were there for 6 weeks, and then the house just imploded. It just was a disaster. And I find out that she's still talking to him on the side. And I'm like, what the fuck? The man that sexually assaulted you, the man that you hate so much, the man that you make fun of his penis, all this stuff doesn't make sense to me. So him and I go to Colorado. You go to Breckenridge to go on a creator trip with some other girls. And he decides that everything's going to be dandy and beautiful and butterflies now, and that we're going to close the relationship for the first time. And we're going to work on ourselves. Because he wanted to be with me. Okay. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll try. I was done already. That's why he wanted to close it. Because I was like, dude, I'm done. So we closed it, and then I'm on deck. I get booked to go on fishing trips with people. And I was booked to go fishing with these people, and I was laying in bed next to him at night, and I was like, he's gonna go see her tomorrow. I just know he is. And we didn't share locations or anything, right? So I have multiple phones, and I took one of my phones, and I shared the location with my other phone, slipped it underneath his car seat, and tracked him all the way to FAU, where he saw her. And then I was texting him all day, and he's like, when are you coming home? And I was tracking him, racing home to beat me home. He was there all day. And I was just like, oh, how was your day? Oh, it was great. What'd you do? Oh, we just worked. Okay. That night I locked him out of the bedroom, as one should, and he broke the door down, all mad. And I was like, dude, he wouldn't admit it. I'm sitting there showing him my phone, my location of his car at the freaking college, at her dorm room, because she's 19. And this dude's 28 years old. Let's just add in the fact right now that he was also talking to 14, 15-year-olds. He's a pedophile. And the police department needs to do their job and put him in jail, because I already filed complaints and everything else, and they're not doing anything. So he loves the teenagers. So he's there at the college doing his little boy thing, right? And comes home and pretends like nothing ever happened. And that's when I broke up with him, and that was it. Because I'm like, you're not going to sit here and lie to me. You're not going to do this behind my back. And then I was mad at both of them, because I'm like, how am I? I was close with her, and I was protecting her and against Brandon. And I'm like, and now.
Do you ever confront her about it?
I didn't care to, because if you're going to talk to him after all that, like, you're just stupid. You know the best part?
What is?
It gets juicier. So, last month, I am on TikTok doing the TikTok, whatever else. And
Like last month from today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like people you may know. Summer Lynn. I'm like, she doesn't do OF anymore. And I click on it. And it's her in his mom's condo 2 days ago. And they're talking and they're hanging out and they're in freaking Lake Tahoe and they're doing all this stuff. And I'm just like, you guys deserve each other.
Okay.
You guys deserve each other.
What would you say? Okay, so let's go back a couple of steps. You said that you caught him taking advantage of her.
Yeah, she was like drunk and I like walked in. He was like trying to take his pants off and stuff. And she was saying no.
Okay, so she's saying no.
Yeah.
And she's drunk.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to have sex.
He's who he is. He's sober. He's sober completely. Like, yeah. Like she came home from her being with her friends. Like whatever. Like she's like literally throwing up in the bathroom and then trying to like go in her room. And Brandon's going in there and trying to whatever.
Okay.
I was like, dude, what is wrong with you?
And what does he say when you try to stop him?
He gets mad at me.
Saying what?
I don't remember exactly what he said. But he was just like upset with me, or like basically telling me to like leave him alone. And I was like, I'm just supposed to let this.
And then so afterwards, does she remember this event taking place?
I have screenshots of her messaging one of our other friends being like, yeah, Brandon basically like sexually assaulted me or like tried to. And everything that I say, I have evidence for it. Don't worry.
No, I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to get a clear picture of like what happened. And so, and does she leave the house because of this incident?
No, because she's too drunk. She just locks her door and go to bed.
No. Like when she eventually left the house. Or is it just like how
it was part of it.
Okay.
Because then she started the issue is she started understanding that like she thought the other girl in the house was also fucking Brandon. She thought like to be in the house we all had to fuck Brandon. And she started asking this other girl, she's like, well, do you fuck Brandon? She's like, no. And she's like, well, why not? She's like, and then the other girl's just like, why would I fuck Brandon? She's like, wait. She started like realizing. Another thing is Brandon was controlling her account. He wouldn't even give her account. Like she couldn't even log into her account. She didn't know how to log in. She didn't have the login. She didn't have the password. She didn't have anything. Like full control. And then when she left, Brand made sure that she never had content so that she couldn't do it.
Do you think that's the reason why she reached out to him and was talking to him again?
I think he's just really manipulative and she's just really stupid.
Interesting. Okay. There was a word that you used, free use. Tell the audience what that means.
Presumably I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain why you like it.
I like it because it's like spontaneous.
Well, explain what it is first.
So free use is like I'm in the kitchen making dinner for my husband or whatever that doesn't exist. Whatever. I'm making dinner for a man or a girl, whatever. Doesn't matter who it is. I'm in the kitchen doing that and they can just come up and like bend me over and start fucking me. That's free use. It's kind of like wherever, whenever type thing. I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's spontaneous. I like the feeling of being wanted in like that moment, you know?
Sure. Is this okay? I think this becomes where it becomes tricky is this. Because when you're in a relationship with someone,
you can have your code word or whatever.
Sure. But I think consent is assumed.
Correct. No, like if you're in that type of relationship and you're like, yeah, we free uses whatever, that's your consent. Right. But also if you're like telling someone no, they're supposed to respect that.
Of course.
You know?
Of
like
course.
Yeah.
So okay, here is the I guess the interesting question, which is this doesn't apply to just a random person that you meet, correct?
Unless you're talking about beforehand.
Correct. Okay. So you've already given consent at some point to this person.
Whether you're like on, even if it's before a first date and you talk about that, you're into that and you both agree on it and you have your consent already, that's different.
Okay.
But no, you can't just go up and do that without talking to someone about it, guys. Like,
right.
no.
Yes. Okay. So that needs to be understood. So then you are not attracted to that. Just some random person comes and like, does this to you. It has to be somebody that you're attracted to and you talk to.
Yeah, of course.
And you make, okay, great.
Yeah.
So because I think that when you say it could come off as if like, this is just like consent on your end to any plan, which is, that's not the case.
No, they wish, but
okay. And then does it apply when you're sleeping?
some people are weird about that.
Or when you're drunk, for example.
I don't usually get drunk, so like
Sure.
that's a between you guys type thing. Like figure it out.
Well, I'm talking about you.
For me personally,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
like you never discussed that,
I don't really get like drunk enough to where I wouldn't remember.
or when you're sleeping.
Sleeping's fine. That's hot.
Okay.
We like that.
Got it.
That's fine.
Okay, so, and the reason why you like it is because it's spontaneous, or do you think this is somehow connected to some childhood trauma?
I don't think it's connected to some trauma. I think it's just, I don't know. I like this spontaneity of it. I like it. I like it spontaneous. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And so in his case, you guys had discussed it, and you said this is what you like. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't really doing it, even though that he said he liked it.
He did it like a few times, the relationship. But what's hilarious is the fact that he tried to tell me, he's like, yeah, I invented free use. I'm like, no, you didn't. You invented it. Mr. Never Does It. Got it.
You
like,
said,
do you even know what it is? Do we need to look at the definition for you?
You said that he had a small dick. Mm-hmm. But how long were you guys together?
Like sleeping together long. I mean, I moved in, we talked for like 6 months, and then I ended up moving in, and then we still weren't even dating at that point for another few months. So honestly, I don't know, give or take a year, but not officially dating.
My problem is when somebody tries to, we'll call this, bashing, smearing somebody else's image. Mm-hmm. In this particular situation, you're bringing up that he had a small dick, right? He does, and he knows it, and that's why I had to film with other people, because he's like, I can't perform, and I was like, obviously. Yeah, but you brought it up as like a negative thing, which is like that you didn't like about him. Okay, this is my thing. It still made me come. That's why I stuck around. It's not like it can't make me come. It can, but because he's a crappy person, I'm now going to come at you for your dick. Got it. Okay. Now everything is in play, essentially. Yeah. And he could drop some weight too, but he knows that. And how long he would write in his little boy journal about it, that like as soon as he dropped the weight, his life was gonna be different. And I'm like, dude, you're still a crappy person. Like, you got to fix your personality. Like, you can't just manipulate women in your life. Mm-hmm. Was this your most recent relationship? Yeah. Or no, it was. Mm-hmm. Okay. And when did you guys break up? I broke up with him last February, but I still had to deal with him until August because we were stuck in a lease. Got it. Okay. So a year ago, you guys broke up essentially, and okay, and then and then after, you said that you talked to your therapist about this. Yeah, Susanna knows everything. Yeah, Susanna. Okay, we left Susanna. How long have you been seeing a therapist? A long time. I've seen her for probably like 2.5 years. Okay, but I've seen therapists on and off like most of my life. Why is that? Because I have mental problems and I have a lot of trauma. Clearly, you want to start from the very early on, the first trauma. I don't know. My mom kind of put my sister and I against each other a little bit growing up, I think. Your sister's younger or older? She's younger. Okay. She's 18 years younger than I am. She has the cookie cutter, did everything right. And then I'm the black sheep. Mm-hmm. So, she went to college. I dropped out. She found a nice boy in college. I
was with a man for 4 years who literally beat me. She got married out of college. She went to she's in medical school. She did like everything right. And then I kind of didn't, you know? And then my dad, unfortunately, kind of believed that once your kids turn 18, you don't really have to have a responsibility for them anymore. But my parents divorced when I was 15, and that kind of jump-started all my mental health problems.
Your parents what?
Divorced when I was 15.
Sure.
So that kind of really just put everything kind of fell apart. So I had definitely like some anxiety and depression as a young kid. And then as I got older, that was just a really traumatic thing that happened. Then I also had some medical issues where I had to stop playing sports entirely. So adding that in along with the parents' divorce sparked a lot of like issues.
Why did your parents' divorce affect you so much?
That's a good question. I mean, I used to tell people that there's a very stereotypical thing where the man will come home and he'll beat his dog because he can't beat his wife because the dog can't talk back. His wife can, so he'll beat the dog. And I was the dog in this scenario, but the mom and the dad were switched. And my mom I felt like she just started taking things out on me versus my dad.
Your mom was beating you?
No, she never like beat me, but like words.
Mentally.
Words, yeah. And then, so my dad left when I was 8, and then he came back. And then my mom kind of knew that she had to be on better behavior, you know, or he was going to like divorce her. And I wish they just divorced when I was 8. You know, I wouldn't have hated them for it. And, you know, I love my parents, but you just got to eventually accept people for who they are. But I was like 15 years old asking my parents to go to like therapy and stuff. And I've spent a lot of my life trying to fix things and to reconnect with them and whatever else. And I've just realized that keeping a healthy distance is what's healthy for me. Because I had to just, it took years to just accept it. Because sometimes it's just like, dude, like I just want my mom. But like my mom isn't, you know, the quote unquote mom. So it's hard sometimes.
You said that a man was beating you at some point? Who's this man?
He lives in California. I was with him for 4 years.
Oh, that was somebody you were in a relationship with. And okay. And
he's 15. I was really young. I was like 18.
Okay. And then that relationship started off that way, or
kind of, honestly. Like it wasn't physical at first, but it got physical fairly quick. I remember like 4 months in is the first time it got physical. After I had moved here, I moved in with him quick, and he's 15 years older than me. I feel like I was partially groomed, to be honest with you.
Why do you think that?
Because he had a younger daughter to begin with and knows better, and I don't know, he's no hate to the military, but he's an ex-Marine. People are always like, oh my God, I knew it was an ex-Marine. I knew he was ex-military. I'm like, ugh. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. You're like, oh, he had problems. I'm like, you can sympathize with him. I'm like, no, he didn't. I saw one PTSD attack the entire 4 years we were together. That's it. He was just not a good person. Very manipulative. Always was cheating on me. I like ran his cannabis company for him basically, and then he was supposed to pay me, and then he wouldn't. Obviously, he'd pay me when he felt like it. It was a form of control. Like I was financially abused, I was physically abused, emotionally, verbally. And then when I left, I was harassed and everything else, to the point that he's on probation now because of it. I pick the winners. You line them up, I pick them out.
Why do you think that is?
I try to see the good in people, and I try to sympathize with them.
You try to see the good in people, or you try to fix people?
Both. I'm a huge fixer. And I've grown up a little bit, and therapy has taught me a lot about that. I've learned about boundaries, and attachment styles are very, very important. They will make or break a relationship. So like any avoidant person, I avoid them at this point. Because I know myself, and I know that I'm more anxious, and that I will chase that. Because I believe that in order to be loved, I need to be perfect because that's how I was raised.
Mm.
So I have this core belief that if I'm not perfect, then I'm not worthy of love. And the thing is with the anxious and avoidant, like the avoidant will avoid and like back away. And then I am like, okay, I need to do more to like whatever, get them back, right? And doing more, meal prepping for them, traveling to them, doing all these other things, it just pushes them away even more because that's scary for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the chase, the pull, the push and the pull. It's never healthy. And until one of them changes who they are, it's always going to be like that.
Have you been seeing people while you've been single the past year?
On and off, yeah.
How's that going?
Got really close to fearful avoidant. That was rough. That was a really hard one to...
Why?
Because I was used to an avoidant, and then the fearful avoidance worse because they want a relationship, they want to be close, but it's terrifying to them. So it's even worse, push and pull.
Is that exciting for you?
My body is comfortable. It's used to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, though. It's not fun. But I'm very self-aware about it now, and I'm able to like set those boundaries and like cut people off now.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I feel that familiar feeling, and I'm like, this is not, we're not doing this.
Where do you usually meet people?
Online usually.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Brandon and I met through a mutual friend, but otherwise it's usually just like online.
Doesn't that set like a certain precedent? Because it was interesting to me. You said that a lot of people, this has become normalized with. And it seems like it's a lot of people that already know what you do.
Yeah. So most people find out, or they meet me knowing what I do already.
Right.
And a lot of them are usually, because I don't really want an open relationship again. I think that experience kind of tainted that openness of an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd have to like really work out with that person, I guess. But I don't know. It's hard.
Okay. How is this supposed to work with you being in a monogamous relationship and you doing your
I only work with him.
Okay.
So I would only film with him.
But if this person is not wanting to do that,
then I can't be with him.
So I guess that makes sense.
I'm not putting a man over my career right now.
Sure.
Granted, I do want to get out in the next 2 to 3 years. So if you want to wait, cool, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But most people I've met are very open to either filming because it's just POV. Like no one knows it's you unless you have like tattoos all over the place and they're very prominent. People know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I just shoot POV. Like I don't really work with quote unquote porn stars. There's like a few of them that I work with, but otherwise it's just random dudes off Tinder that are like, oh, you do porn, or like you have an OF, like I'll film with you. And I'm like, sick, let's film.
Okay. Well, your Tinder is gonna blow up, I suppose, after this.
Well, they have to find me on Tinder, but
I guess you can't. Well, I mean, they could find you on Instagram. Yeah,
my Instagram.
So it's even easier than anything else. Okay, and then so the guy that was beating you up. At what point did you decide that enough was enough, or did he break up with you, or did you break up?
I escaped.
You ran away.
Literally.
Oh. How did that happen?
So when I was in high school, I was sitting at the breakfast table with my dad, and he was telling me about some woman who he worked with. He's like, yeah, this girl, like, she's getting beat by her husband, but she won't leave. Like, and he's just like, why the hell wouldn't you leave? Just leave. And I never understood that because at the moment I'm like, yeah, hello, like leave. Until I was in that position and I was like, you can't. Like, it's terrifying. You get so stuck in like the abuse cycle of like the highs and the lows. And it's like better, and then they get better and they're like, oh, maybe they'll be better, and then they're not better, and then they are better. And It's just really hard. The average person in an abusive relationship, it takes them 7 times, and it took me 7 times. I left 7 times and came back until I finally left.
Why were you coming back?
I didn't have anyone out here. I didn't have family. And then financially, he controlled me. I had nowhere to go. It was easier to just go back than to like try to go back to like Wisconsin with my family.
Do you remember the very first time?
And I'm a lover girl, and I just wanted to be in love, even though love really hurt at that point. But it was familiar to me. I knew it was wrong, but my subconscious, it was a familiar feeling. Because the chaos, the screaming, the yelling, I grew up around that.
Sure.
So consciously, I knew that it was wrong. Subconsciously, I couldn't control that it was normal to me. And that's how I found myself in like that position, I think. And I was really young. He was older than me. There's just a lot of control manipulation. And I like try to look back at it now, and it's kind of hard to like understand. It kind of feels like a fever dream sometimes.
I mean, it sounds like a big portion of that was because of how much your parents' divorce affected you and how much hope you had at the time that they wouldn't get a divorce, that you perhaps in a situation similar to the chaos that you had in your childhood thought that you don't want to be your parents and that the only way for you is to make this work, and you thought you could make it work even though you couldn't.
Yeah, there's like a TikTok trend that's like gun to your head and whatever. And it's like marry a man like your dad or become a mom like your mom. And it's like, just shoot me then.
Right. Do you remember the very first time he beat you?
Yeah. He put me in a headlock and I thought I was going to die. Because it wasn't hitting. It was like he was strangling me. And I don't remember what I did or why. I just remember screaming and no one coming to help. And this was an apartment complex. And there was multiple times where I would scream and no one showed up. No one came and helped. No one called the cops. Like...
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm like thinking back now and I'm like, if I heard that, I would be calling no matter what. Like I'd even call anonymous if I didn't want to be involved with it at some point, you know?
It's interesting because, so I have, I don't understand men who are capable of, well, I suppose I understand that you can't control your anger and therefore you can't control yourself. Even though I don't particularly experience those feelings.
I feel like anger is like a secondary emotion, right?
Sure. But I think you have to be a very uncontrolled human being emotionally.
Yeah.
And a man at that.
So you're just feminine, basically.
Right. When you cannot, when you allow yourself to physically hurt a woman out of anger. It's interesting because there was this one time I was dating this girl and she was very much into like wanting to get slapped, choked, like all that stuff.
Fine.
And yeah, like that's those
your
things.
Thing, do it.
I have no problem with any of that. But then one time she said to me, "Punch me." Oh. And I was like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, "Punch me." And I was like, "What do you mean punch you?" She was like, "With your fist." I was like, "I don't think I can." Yeah. And she was like, "No, like I want to be bloodied by you." And I was like, I was like, look, like it's one thing for me to like, just playfully like hurt you, like slap you or whatever. But the moment that becomes a serious, like I don't think I can, like it. I have to be angry in order to even want to feel that emotion to begin with. And I have to be like blacked out to even be emotionally at that point of anger and actually hit a woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's just, there is no scenario where that would even happen. Yeah. And so it's so when she was saying that to me, I was like, I just don't have that anger within me. You know, like I don't look at you feeling like I want to beat the shit out of you because I'm like angry. Like I just don't have that inside of me. Like I don't know what you want from me.
I know.
Like I don't want you to be hurt and like bloody and like that's just like not like attractive.
Yeah.
Like no part of that is making me feel aroused. And it was just like it was a very interesting experience. But But when I hear women talk about how they've been with a man who's like in your situation, you're saying like he was like had you in a chokehold, and I'm just like, how can you ever do that to somebody you love?
You don't love them.
Yeah,
you don't. Love is. I was taught love is supposed to hurt, but it's not.
Oh, it's not at all.
Ever.
That's not, no.
And then when you get out of that and you start talking to people who are like really kind to you and whatever else, it's unfamiliar and it's uncomfortable. Like there's been men who are like very giving and very whatever, very nice to me and sweet to me and would never ever do something like that to me. And it's very weird to me. Like, what do you mean you don't hate me? Which is sad. But I'm like, that becomes a new normal over time.
Sure.
But a lot of people say that the first healthy relationship out of your toxic relationship is sometimes even harder than the toxic relationship because you're unlearning all those things. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you need a combination or at least start off with a combination, somebody who has the combination of personalities. So then that way you could retrain your brain and rewire your brain because, you know, right off the bat, going into a relationship with somebody super healthy, right? And they have like their shit figured out. They have their life together and they're super nice and respectful and like all that stuff is just something that you just wouldn't find attractive.
Yeah. I'd be turned off by it.
Yeah. Which is like wild to
I know.
To
it's
think.
like the perfect person's in front of you and you're like,
there's no,
I don't know.
There's no heat.
I'm like,
yeah.
But that's where the stuff in the bedroom comes in sometimes.
Sure.
Where I'm like, yeah, you can smack my ass with like.
And I think that's what it is. I think if
like
person,
if you're really really nice, but then you can still do that. I'm like, all right, there's the abuse.
Yeah. The abuse is coming from somewhere. Have you find that because we do this, right? Like we talk to women on the podcast and there's obviously combinations. So I can't give like a statistic of like how many percentage of women want to be abused, sexually or consensually abused in bed is the right word to use.
They like to being choked and whatever else. Yeah.
Do you think based on your experience that there's a higher percentage of women who want that as opposed to not?
I'm going to say yes, just because most of the people that I'm around are somewhat in the industry and we all love that stuff. Like it's very hard to be in this industry and be vanilla.
It's very interesting you just said that because I've noticed that majority of women who are in your industry, that is very true about. Do you think that
we all have trauma and like 90% of the women have BPD, me included? So.
Sure. Do you think that's the reason why you got into the industry to begin with?
I don't know. Like I know that I have a good body and I know that I'm not ugly and I knew that I could make money. And I also tell people that I got sick and tired of men only lusting over me and never caring about who I was or what I thought. And I was like,
that's a cop out though.
No, it was like, screw it. I'm going to capitalize on it. I mean, we have the perfect example from yesterday.
To explain to the audience what happened yesterday.
You want me to?
Yeah. I mean, don't say name, but yeah. Explain.
Okay. So I come to his Super Bowl party, right?
Yeah.
As one does, apparently. And that's the first time meeting you, correct?
Yeah.
After I looked, it was October of 2024. It was
Crazy.
the first message to me
Wow.
about coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
Here we are, 2 years later. Things come to fruition eventually. And I have this gentleman come up and sit next to me and is yapping. And that's fine. I like to yap. I like to talk, getting to know me, whatever else. He's like, why? He's like, what do you do? And I'm like, you know I live in Miami. What do all the girls there do? He's like, so you do OnlyFans? So I was like, yeah. He starts talking about his ex, this other stuff, whatever else. These other girls who do OnlyFans, just talking about a bunch of OnlyFans girls. He's like, why do you come here dressed up like you're going to church if you do OnlyFans? And I'm like, well, because one, I've never met anyone here. Like, this is my first time meeting Mo. Like, I'm not going to, like, this isn't Miami.
Show up looking like a whore.
Yes, this isn't Miami.
Yeah.
And it's a Super Bowl party. It's not like a house party. It's a Super Bowl party. So I'm not going to dress up like that. Like, obviously.
Stupid question, but yeah.
Right?
Continue.
Like, okay. And then he was talking to me about, he's like, oh, like, who do you film with, whatever else. I was like, oh, I just shot with, like, Van Wild. He's like, oh, I've seen some of his stuff. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, he's got, like a 9-inch dick or whatever, blah, blah. And then he starts talking about his own. Mine isn't that, but, like, it's still really nice. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Does that not to interrupt you, but does that at all do anything? Like, does that make you feel that that's attractive or no?
It makes me feel like roll my eyes.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know.
Sure.
I was already like not into it after he was talking about why you dress like a school, like you're going to church then. I'm like, why does it matter what I wear? Anyways. And then we exchanged numbers or whatever because I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm probably just going to block him later. But he wanted to film. He wanted to film today. And I texted you and I was like, what do I do? Like, your friend's trying to like film and I don't know what I feel about it. And then, yeah, he texts me while I'm at the Grove and he's like, I'm home now. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, I don't check into the Airbnb until like 4. He's like, well, and I was like, and I booked another podcast that I was going to talk on today. So I was like, I am busy now. He's like, it was like noon. And he was like, oh, well, you can come over now. And we can like practice basically before. Blocked. So unprofessional.
Unprofessional. But here's the thing. This wasn't supposed to be professional or unprofessional. I think from the very beginning, which is one of the reasons when you texted me that, I said, can we talk about this tomorrow? Right. Because I knew that that's not going to happen. And I knew that like that's all he wanted was just to have sex with you.
Yeah,
and
I knew that from the beginning.
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, well, maybe I'll just like use
but that's the thing for
like,
you. Yeah, for you it's just content. So like,
yeah.
you know, you're like, okay, fine. Like if you're gonna shoot content, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, obviously those.
No, for him being like, let's do it off camera, and I'm like, I don't like you like that. Like if you say you got this like glorious penis apparently, but it's not Van Wild, but it's still really nice. He's like, yeah, you should test it out before. I'm like, test out this block button. And I texted a screenshot to my friend. She's like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, some bozo in LA. Like, why are people like that? Like, it just, that's what I'm saying though, like objectifying me. Dude didn't care about anything about me. He just wanted to, like, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's yeah. It's
You're like, yeah.
I think it's a stigma, right? Like the notion is that just because you are open to sexual activity, therefore you don't care about sexual activity. And I think that's where the confusion is. Right?
Yeah, no, people don't understand that.
Right.
Like, yes, I do this as a job. Yes, the people that I work with are either in the industry, they're professionals, or they're people that like I would actually do stuff with off camera usually, because they're like someone that I would like go on dates with, or I have a real connection. And I prefer to like have a real connection with someone because you can see that when you're filming. Like,
yeah.
You don't want to, I mean, it's also really weird for me because I don't watch porn and I never have, but I make it. It's very weird.
That's interesting.
Right?
Okay. Why don't you watch porn?
I don't know. I'm a very sexual person when I'm in a relationship, but if I I don't get horny otherwise. Like when I'm with someone, that makes me horny. That makes me want them.
Okay. But even for the sake of your own career, don't you think that watching other material would help your material?
I just don't like watching it. It's like brain rot.
Not even for research purposes.
No, not even for research purpose.
Well, but that's very interesting to me. Like if I'm working on music, right? Mm-hmm. I would definitely, but I mean, I understand.
I know my angles.
Okay.
And that's all that matters. I'm really good at writing and I'm really good at sucking dick. And I have these green eyes that like, and it just, yeah.
Okay.
Stop imagining.
I'm not imagining anything. Jesus Christ. This is a public setting. Okay. So, Jesus, I'm losing my train of thought. What was I saying? Okay.
Research purposes.
Research purposes. Right. Let's go. Okay. You said something to me. Let's go back to you being conservative. Is that a part of you being conservative? Why you haven't watched porn?
No, I just never have. I dated some guy when I was 17 and he was 18 and he had like a slight porn addiction, and ever since then I just completely turned me off from it.
Oh, okay.
I just never got in. I don't know. I never got into it.
Interesting.
But I'm a little like exhibitionist. I love like to know. I'm a pleaser. Like, I don't know.
Do you care if your partner watches porn now?
Yes, because I will personally make him porn for him to watch. Like when I'm in a relationship with someone, like, and they want to watch stuff, like I'll just make them custom videos all the time. Like, just watch me. But you don't like, so then the answer to that question, you don't like them watching porn. I don't really care, I guess.
Okay.
I don't prefer them to just watch me. Like if I'm here and I'm willing to make stuff for you or with you, like I feel like once you want to watch, most guys want to watch their girl or with them, not some random. If you're watching my friends, that's a bit of a problem.
Why is it a problem?
Because why are you watching my friends and getting off to them?
Okay, that's an interesting conversation.
This is also my other problem. If you're getting off to porn and I'm in the other room, we're breaking up. Because what are you doing? Like, just, I'm right there.
Yeah, but sex is not like...
I'll do the handy for you. I'll do the motion. Like, what do you want?
So then what makes you conservative?
I'm just a traditional person. Like, I have traditional dating values.
So you're not conservative. You're traditional.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And, okay, so what are those traditional values?
Like, I want to be a freaking housewife. I'd be the best damn housewife ever. But I also love business, and I want to, like, still have, a business or, like, a family business or something else.
So then how are you traditional?
Because that's traditional.
No, it's not.
Traditional?
Okay, if tomorrow...
Traditional relationship is the man makes the money and the woman stays at home.
Yes. So then if tomorrow a guy comes up and says, hey, I no longer want you to do OF. I'll take care of you from now on.
He better have a lot of money.
How much money is that?
He needs to make at least $1 million a year.
Okay. So
at least.
$1 million a year. And
I don't make any new content, but I get to keep my page running.
But then you're still working.
I'm not.
Well, somebody is.
Well, I'd have an assistant posting on there or whatever.
But then you would have to manage this person.
That's fine.
Which is still working.
He doesn't want me to do nothing and just twiddle my thumbs all day. Like,
no, you're doing housework, like you said. This is no marriage.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that 24/7. Like,
It sounds like you're picking and choosing.
I am a picker and chooser, and I can pick and choose what I want.
Hey, that's totally fine. You can pick and choose what you want, but you can't pick and choose definitions because definitions are very clear.
Okay, well, I'm traditional in the sense that I want to be available for free use, and I want my husband to be at his job while I am seducing him and teasing him from home to the point he has to come home and have his way with me.
And go broke because he no longer can work.
Oh, you think I'm that good at it, huh? Maybe.
I mean, based upon what you've been saying.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to work less and just take care of my man. Like, I really, like, that's what I want at the end. That's the end goal.
Okay.
Is, I don't know. I love hosting.
Be a rich housewife that does like parties and
like
book clubs. And
not book clubs.
Fishing trips.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I like him buying a bike fishing on. That's my hobby, because you have to have a hobby as like a rich housewife. So my hobby would make me money though, because I would be doing charters and getting paid. Like I can't not work, but like my work just needs to be fun. And this is what I tell people. I want to work because I want to, not because I have to. And work is a second priority to him and whatever children we have.
Sure. I think there's a man for every person out there, and there's a woman for every man out there. And
my pickings are slim, and I know that. I already know where you're going with this.
Very slim.
I've met a few of them already, though.
That means nothing considering you're not with them.
Yeah, because I don't want to be in a relationship right now.
Sure. So even slimmer than before.
Yes. Dwindling by the day.
With regards to just going back to the first relationship, or I don't know if that was your first relationship, but the one where the guy was the 4-year relationship. Was that it was your first one? Well, I mean, I'm assuming not, but what was the worst beating you took?
I was trying to get out of the house. I don't remember what the argument was, but he literally came and attacked me and put me in a chokehold. And I was like, please don't do this. Please don't do this. Like, I thought I was going to die. And he let go. And, like, I ran he was blocking the front door. So I ran into my bedroom, opened the window, and tried to jump out the window. Granted, this would have been like a 3-foot fall, like nothing. Okay. And he grabbed my like waist or my leg or whatever. And I was like outside the window, and he grabbed me and he yanked me back in. And I had a candle that shattered. And I stepped on it. And my foot was bleeding everywhere. And I needed to go to the ER, and I had to get stitches. And there's still a scar down there today. So that was the worst one. And then when the police came, he fled the scene. Yeah, so stitches in my foot was probably the worst one.
How far through how long before the breakup was this?
It was towards the end.
Okay.
Like the last year I knew I had to get out, but it took a year of planning. I ended up getting a storage unit. And I would like, when he wasn't home, he was running errands or something, I would like take a bin of stuff and like put it in a storage unit. And I would keep like all my important documents, all my stuff there, because he would do false imprisonment all the time to me. Which is literally just holding me hostage.
Right.
Like taking my keys, taking my wallet, like blocking doors. And he would do that all the time. So, yeah. I just started moving my stuff out, and I knew I had to get out. I just knew it was going to take a while. Because this is when I became aware of the abuse cycle. It's funny because during COVID, he pushed me into this, he was making me think I was going crazy, and he pushed me into this 45-day treatment program for a mission from Michael. So I went and did that program. Great program, by the way. Do recommend it. But they basically taught me that I was in a very, very abusive relationship. So that backfired. And then, yeah, basically a year later, after that program and everything, I was able to like come to my senses and understand. Eventually it got to the point that he would be like gaslighting me, and I wouldn't just sit there. It wouldn't work anymore because I knew what was going on. And I was very self-aware of everything. But it took a while for me. You know, and then sometimes I would slip up and fall back into it and like fall for the gaslighting or whatever else. But I never wish that type of relationship on anyone. And I feel very sad for the men and women that get stuck in those relationships their entire life and like can never get out.
Right. Thankfully you got out.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I could have I definitely could have been killed.
Yeah, that's pretty traumatic. Would you say that's the most traumatic thing in your life
that I've gone through?
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents' divorce was bad, but like 4 years of like that all the time, and the panic attacks, I was self-harming for a while. I had an eating disorder. Like I was fully losing my mind. It was just terrible.
I'm sorry. What's a great first date? What's an ideal first date?
I love how you just switch it up from that.
Let's talk about happy stuff.
That's good. Happy's good. An ideal first date kind of depends. I went on a date recently that I was like, this is like probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. And this guy told me to like meet him at this location. And granted, this is a guy that like for 2 years I kind of put off seeing him for, I don't know, I just didn't see him, and I was just like, fine, like I will go on a date with you. And he's a pilot.
Oh, wow.
So I show up and he's like, have you ever been to the whatever airport? And I was like, no. He's like, well, now you have. And he took me on like a night ride around the city.
Oh, wow.
It was the cutest thing ever. And I was just like sitting there like giggling the entire time. I was like, this is so cute. That was definitely one of the coolest.
On a private plane or?
Yeah, on his plane.
Oh, wow.
And then we went from that to dinner and then to his yacht that we drank wine on until like 2-3 in the morning and just talked about everything. So that was nice. But I also just like a nice dinner. I like to like dress up. So
why didn't that relationship or date work out?
He doesn't live by me.
Got it.
I mean, I'm going to the Bahamas with him and some of my friends in April.
Okay.
Like we're more so
it's
we're
like
friends.
A continuous.
Yeah, it's nothing like whatever. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want that either though.
Got it. What's your love languages?
Touch.
Rate them. So physical touch number 1.
Touch is number 1, and it's also hard because being beaten, that touch hurts 10 times worse.
What?
So like the relationship that I was in, with having a love language of touch, being hurt like that hurts even more than like it would if that wasn't my love language. Does that make sense? Like if my main love language is words of affirmation and you're constantly calling me like names, it hurts even
you're
more.
Talking about the reverse being more hurtful. Well, okay, sure.
But it's for touch, but it's not just like sex. It's, I don't know, I just always want to be touched. Like if we're in the car, I always want his hand on my thigh, or at dinner, holding hands, kissing. Sure. I'm very lovey-dovey, touchy-feely. And I don't know, like when I'm laying with someone that that like makes me feel safe, I don't know, I can physically feel my nervous system like just calm down, and I'll just like pass out. I'll just fall asleep. It's so nice because it doesn't do that naturally.
Sure. Okay. And then number 2.
I think quality time.
Okay. What's the last one?
Honestly, probably gifts, but that's one of my number 1 things that I love to give. That's one of my favorite love languages to give. I love to give all of them, but like that's one of them that I like giving. So
you're giving and you're receiving is different.
I'm a gift giver. Receiving, I love to receive gifts, but I feel guilty.
Okay.
This goes back to trauma. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was younger, when my mom would like do something that would hurt me, she would like just give me stuff instead of saying sorry. So it's kind of instilled in me that like I'm like, did I do something wrong? Did you do something wrong? Like, why are you doing this for me?
Interesting.
My sister's the same way. We've talked about it before. She feels the same way.
So, okay. And so physical touch, quality time, and then I'm assuming words of affirmation.
Yeah, that matters to me. There was a guy I was seeing for a little bit, and I would send him a photo, and he's like, you look good. That's no more nothing. And I had to literally tell him, like, that's it. He's like, yeah, well, you get to hear. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I hear it all day long from all these other random people. all these random Indians in my DMs tell me, "Oh, you're so pretty." No. That
was a terrible accent.
Yeah, I know. Just ignore it. It means something when it's coming from the person that I'm with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course.
And I thought that was common sense.
Yeah. Well, for some people.
Clearly.
It just depends what naturally works for you and what doesn't, you know? Like a good example of it is my wife was talking to me about, like, one of the things that she loves doing is just being like constantly talking about her day. Right, like she'll like text me and be like, "Oh my god, like this happened," blah, 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 you know, and then like 2 hours later, "Oh my god, like blah blah, blah this happened," or just like, you know, kind of just updating. I'm the exact opposite, where I'm when I, especially like when I disconnect from well, it per se like my relationship, and I'm like in work mode or whatever, I'm in complete sort of different mode of just concentration where
no, I get that.
I'm just like doing stuff, and because of the number of things that I do, it's there's a lot of task switching, which I'm like constantly like doing stuff, and then I just go on a completely different route of like doing
you don't
something
think
else.
of like, oh, I need to tell her that I did this.
Yeah. So and I naturally, like, since I was a kid, like this is one of those things. Like my mom would always complain about this, where she'd be like, "You never tell me anything about your life," and I'm not a big talker.
Well, then you just have to be like, "Look, you know this about me. You gotta ask. You just gotta ask."
That, and also I have to try harder. Right.
That too.
It's like
one of
the it's like and it's interesting because like initially when we were talking about it, it was a lot of me explaining that like, look, like the things that are significant to you and you remember are things that are completely insignificant to me and I don't remember. Like when I move on from the task, I completely shut off what just happened because I don't live in the past anymore and I have to continuously keep moving forward. And so I don't even, like, you could ask me what I did today and I'd be like, just stuff, you know? And like, in order for me to actually tell you what I did, I have to like look at my list and be like, oh, these are the tasks that I got done. Look, I just like, you know, it's in my spreadsheet and I like clicked on every single one of them. But like when you ask me, it's not registered as like that's like a memory for me.
It's just how your brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's when you and that often is when you're high functioning, it's kind of, it's one of those things that happens with a lot of high functioning people because you just, in order for you to be able to get a lot of things done and multitask, you have to be able to disconnect from every single one of those things and just move forward.
Yep.
So it's an interesting dynamic, but I think communication is probably like one of the most important aspects of any relationship. So as long as there is communication, you could kind of come to some sort of agreement. An understanding. With that said, what are some of your most what are some of the things that you value the most in a relationship?
I mean, communication is really important to me. And I don't know, like, just being a decent person. Like, I feel like it's so like, it's like, like, you just be a decent person, but no, like, there's so many people that are just rude or whatever else, you know, and I don't know, just have your shit together, for lack of better words, you know?
It's interesting how like some of the very self-explanatory just being a decent human being 101 is now things that are people that people would have to sort of explain that they expect.
Good communication is really important to me, and having like a higher EQ. Like, I'm more of like an empath. Like, if you come in and you're upset about something, or you get like mad that, I don't know, a dish breaks or something, and you just like kind of lose your shit about it a little bit, be like, okay, what happened at work? What happened? Whatever. You know, most people are just, they just put the emotion onto like the thing that happened versus like what else is going on. And I'm always the person that's like, okay, there's a bigger picture. There's always a bigger picture. There's something else going on. And I need someone else that can also like think like that.
That's good. Yeah. Do you think that women should submit to their men when they're in a relationship?
I think they should do whatever they want. I personally will submit to my man.
Okay.
But I think to each their own.
Sure. But do you think it's natural for women to submit to their men?
I think we're biologically predispositioned to be more submissive towards a man. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you find that not a lot, but do you find that there's men who have become more feminine in society?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because society doesn't uphold the same values that we used to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have huge divorce rates. There's social media, cheating. Everything is just so... We're always trying to hit that next dopamine rush.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's from a like, from a comment, and our dopamine levels, you know, you used to have to like write a letter and wait a week to like talk to your person.
Sure.
Now it's, you know, it's different.
Yeah. But don't you think with that reality that monogamy is not a realistic expectation?
Yes. And I also believe that men of higher status and money or whatever have a very hard time committing to one woman.
Mm.
So I do know that. And I also know that, like, I don't know, I'm not completely against open relationships, but at the same time, I'm just like, I think it's me. I don't feel like I'm enough.
Would you ever, I mean, I suppose what I'm about to ask you is going to only amplify that thought. But would you ever be in an open relationship, but one-sided open relationship where the guy gets to do whatever they want, but then you don't?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it where I get to do what I want and he doesn't. They exist. I've met men that like wanted that. And I'm
really?
Like, oh, I'm like, okay. But the thing is, like in that like scenario, I would mostly just want them all the time. Like it would just be for like work stuff. And then when I'm done doing OnlyFans in like a few years, I would be like, all right, well, do you want to be monogamous? I guess like I don't, unless they're like into that, which some people are, and they like want to see you with another guy. But you'll be surprised. Like I've met some like really hot rich dudes who like wanted to see me with other guys. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't really pick you as the kind of guy that likes that stuff, but I'm like, sure.
Is that attractive to you or no?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't know. Like it's fun to me because I'm an exhibitionist. So I'm like, ooh, like I get to make you happy by doing stuff, whatever, with another person. And I kind of like, this is my flaw in relationships, that I like will mold myself into a different person sometimes to like fit their needs to be enough for them.
Mm-hmm. There's this argument that as soon as you allow your woman, with regards to open relationship, as soon as you allow your woman to be with another man, that they lose respect for you. Do you think that's true?
I don't really know. Like, I think that if you're providing for her and you're doing what you should as a man and she feels safe and you're having your fun and then you're like, you can have yours too, I think that's respectable. Mm-hmm. I feel like it should go both ways sometimes, you know? It depends on your own dynamic, what you want. There's no like cookie cutter like definition or like rule book for it.
Sure. Does height matter?
It does for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm 5'9", 5'10". Mm-hmm. If you're like 5'5", and you're like, he has to be 6 feet tall. Get out. You're not allowed to say that. It matters to me because I like to wear heels for one, and then also I feel superior if I'm taller than you for whatever reason.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't want to feel that way.
Have you ever been with a shorter man?
I've been with shorter in the way that they were the same height as me. But other than that.
And you felt superior when you wore heels, for example?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know, right? It's weird.
Mm-hmm. But I suppose that's a solvable problem. Because they could also wear shoes with edges. What do they call them? Wedges. Yes. Yes. See, I don't even know what it's called.
How tall are you?
5'11" and a half. So
Oh, we're being very specific.
Well, because people like to.
People are gonna like if I don't tell the people exactly what I am, they're gonna be like, no, let's measure you right now.
People love to round up, right? So
yeah, I do. I round up to like 5'10". I'm 5'9".
Yeah, like I have friends who are like, oh, I'm like 6'1", and they're like 5'11".
Oh no, that's not fair.
Right, and so to me, that's kind of a, I like just say you're like I'm never gonna say I'm 6'1". I'm fucking not. Like,
yeah.
You know, I mean, it would be great. It's interesting. It's my only wish in life about how I want it to be different.
Really?
It's the only thing. There's literally nothing. Like I think I'm great. I love myself just the way I am. But my height is like literally the only thing. Just growing up, I was like, please, just like standing there, looking, trying to get taller. It is what it is. God wanted it this way. It's interesting though, because I actually had this conversation with my wife. She said, you know, your ego is fucking massive, and I love it. And I was like, yeah, but I think God knew where to put the boundary, because I think if I was like 6'2", I would have been out of control.
Yeah.
And I just know myself, knowing that like if I had the complete, like 100%, that like it just, I think I would have been a different person. I would argue that I probably wouldn't have been a better person.
You've been a worse person?
I think so.
You'd get to your head a little bit.
Yeah. Like too much, a little too far, you know, to the other end of the spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
I think that kind of just like made me a little bit more humble, lack of a better word. Down to earth.
Yeah, literally down to earth.
Literally down to earth. Although you could talk to some people who would argue that is not true at all, but I think I am. I don't think my ego is like that bad. I don't think my ego is out of control to a point of like, I think I still have empathy. I think I still have understanding.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And I think I still have like respect. But you should have seen my friend roast me on my birthday. It was fun.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe next year. Well, this year, technically. Would you ever want full access to your partner's phone?
I did in my last relationship.
But that's because you didn't trust him, obviously.
No, we had an open relationship. He had access to my phone. I had access to his phone. He used my phone for things that he shouldn't be using it for.
Like what? Like
messaging other girls pretending to be me.
Uh-huh. But you knew this was happening.
I didn't. I told him not to. But he still did it anyways.
No, wow.
And
what was he saying to them?
He's just weird. I'm like, dude, you don't talk to girls like that. Like, that's why I had to be the wing woman and, like, bring the girls in, because he just doesn't know. Ooh, I love your aesthetic. Who says that? He got me banned from Hinge, like, 3 times for that.
No, crazy. But he was talking to them as you.
Yes, because he would take my phone when I'm sleeping.
That's just a weird thing to say to another woman from a woman.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like, it worked before. And I'm like, it's not working anymore. Uh-huh. Who says aesthetic? I love your aesthetic. What does that even mean? What's my aesthetic?
It's funny to me that a guy would argue with a woman about what the guy is saying to another woman. And I'm like,
dude, yes. I'm like, look at her profile. Find like an outfit you like. Compliment her hair. Compliment a tattoo. Compliment like her job. Compliment something unique about her. Guys, pay attention to this.
This is great dating advice, actually. Yeah.
Because literally, like, the girl wants to know that you actually read her profile. Like, don't just like, if I'm on Hinge, and I'm not on Hinge right now, but if I was, and a guy only likes me, I'll look at him like for a second. But if a guy's typing something out with it that has something to do with like, oh, like I'm from Wisconsin too, or whatever else, or they try to relate to me in some level, or they compliment me, I'm 100% more likely to swipe or whatever, like them back, versus just like the like. If you want to be really bold, do the super like. I know you don't get so many of them or whatever, but like do the super like and a comment. Best odds.
Crazy.
I know.
Crazy. That's a great advice. What's the worst date you've been on?
I haven't really been on dates. But...
Or I guess the worst. Well, I guess you've explained the worst way. But you've never had like a strange encounter with someone either online or a one-off thing that just like was like, aside from the one you had last night, I suppose. But yeah.
What?
Aside from the one you had last night.
There was this guy that I met when I was 18, and he lived in Ohio, of all places. I went to meet him, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't know if this was just traumatic or if I've had trauma that I don't remember this very well, but all I remember is that something happened. He got drunk, and I had to call the cops. And then the cops took me to a hotel, and I like flew back the next day, and I never talked to him ever again. I think he was just like yelling at me about something, but he was drunk. Oh, I remember. So I was in my like mental health era. So I had like so from the ages of, I'm still like, I want to get back into it. I do it. It's really important to me. But from the ages of like 15 to like 20, I did public speaking for mental health with the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And I did it all over Wisconsin. And I was on like my mental health kick. And I could tell this dude was like anorexic. And I brought it up to him, and he did not like that. And that's why he got really upset with me. And then he like, yeah, it was a whole thing.
And he did what?
He got really angry. Oh. He didn't hit me or anything, but like he just got like really, really angry. And I like was yelling. Like, yeah, but I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know anyone there. I was there with him. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? Like, I don't know what to do.
Crazy. Have you ever been flown out somewhere and thought to yourself, no, yes.
Oh.
I know that. Been flown out somewhere and then realized you shouldn't be there? Or has most of your encounters with like strangers online?
They're usually safe? Good because I'm smart about it. I FaceTime. I talk to them for a little bit too. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, we meet and like fly me out the next day type. No. No, there's too much trafficking and everything else. Right. Like I'm not dumb enough to do that. And it's sad that there's a lot of girls who are just like, oh, it's an opportunity, whatever else. I'm like, no, it's not, girl.
You'd be surprised.
I know. I would not be surprised. I know.
No. You'd be surprised how many women actually do are very easy. Well, I suppose.
You say easy.
No, not easy. like easily trusting.
Yeah, I know.
But I guess because I was kind of comparing it to like my situations, but I guess you could see my profile and there's a lot of like I post on a regular basis. So it kind of
that's different. Off, yeah, but this is for anyone. This is dating advice for anyone. You need to FaceTime them. Make sure you're not getting catfished before you show up on that first date.
Right.
Or being flown out. Make sure you know who you're getting flown out by. Like, hello. And then also, it's not that hard to just throw their name in a Google search quick just to make sure they don't have, 10 felonies. Like, come on. This is basic stuff.
Basic meeting a stranger 101.
Yeah. The world is a scary place. Especially as a woman,
Okay, final question. This is interesting because you already answered it, but does size matter?
It does to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay. Explain each spectrum.
As long as I can come, we're good. So it kind of depends.
Have you ever had an experience with a micro penis?
What would you consider?
What do you consider micro penis?
I mean, I don't know the definition since you're all about your definitions. Huh?
I think it's this big or something.
I mean, his was like.
No, that's not a micro penis.
It was probably like that.
Yeah, no, that's not a micro penis.
Then probably not a micro, but I've had small, and as long as it made me come, like I was like, all right, whatever.
It's interesting because I would like. Are you comfortable talking about your body count?
Yeah. Okay.
What's your body count?
Probably I don't like have an exact number, sure, but I would approximately say like 60, 70.
70?
That's including girls too.
Really? Oh, I would have. I was like in the hundreds in my head.
I think I'm a slut.
I mean, you make it sound like you're like having sex on a regular basis for content, So I just thought I was like. That's another
thing. Everyone thinks that like because I'm in the industry, I'm just fucking all the time. And I'm not. I'm not at all. Like I go through a period where I'll get a test. I'll film for like a week or two with different people. I don't film for like 3-4 months.
Ah, okay. Got it.
So I'm not just racking up bodies. Okay? Unlike someone else in this room. Zach's not here, so.
Zach is not here now. That's funny. You're funny. Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it. You were very honest, very open.
Of course.
And I hope that you find the perfect person for yourself.
Thank you. That'd be great. We'd love that.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.